I want to tell you a little bit about the TV show You, especially the second season. And for people who might be listening to this, if you absolutely don't want any spoilers, don't listen. But I try my best to not include any spoilers for the story. Okay, so we want to make sense of the character and the plot in this TV show You. And it's the second season is more fresh in our minds because we just watched it, and so I'll focus more on this second season. But what I say is applied to both seasons. I want to relate it to a psychological theory, psychological social theory. It's called positioning theory. So, positioning theory talks about why we take some actions, why we make some decisions in relation to other people. So, according to positioning theory, what we do, the decisions we make in social situations, especially with relation to other people, in relation with other people, is the outcome of our perceived rights and duties. So, for example, husband and wife. So, two people are in a relationship with each other. What the husband decides to do, for example, keep a secret or make a decision about what trip they want to go on. And it's like, okay, we want to do this, and I'll make a decision. Or I'm making a decision for both of us, but I will not explain the details of this decision. Or on the contrary, I might feel like I have to explain the details of my decision, the reason behind my decision to you. So, whichever of those decisions I decide, whichever of those I choose, is an outcome of what I perceive to be my rights, my duties, and your duties. So, it's the perception of my rights and duties, and it is in relation with the other people that I'm in exchange with. I'm in relation with. So what is this story about? The story of You. It is a story about many things, but main theme of this story is about control. It is about a person who feels like he should control other people, and he has these ideas about why he is controlling them. That's for now, for this moment, let's put those aside. He feels like, so according to this positioning theory, he has the right, he perceives himself as having the right and the duty to control other people. That creates an asymmetric relationship between how much control he has in the relationship and how much control the other person has in the relationship. So he should have more control, the other person should have less control. That results immediately, has a direct consequence for how much information he thinks he should have access to and the other person should have access to. So secrecy is another thing. It's about control. It's also about secrecy. So more control means more information also, and more secrets kept from the other person, even though it's the other person who he wants to control, he wants to save, he wants to help. And not just control, also save, help, protect. And this, once we understand this dynamic, the relationship, asymmetric relationship, as a product of a position in relation with other people, position again, right, duty, we discover why it makes sense. Why at the end of the story, when he meets another person who is equally controlling just like him, who also has secrets, and a naive viewer of the story might say, oh great, he met his match. He should be happy, but he will not be happy. The reason why he is not happy because he's prepared only for this relationship. For him being in control, the other person being not in control, but the person he wants to be with. The position of the other person that he wants to protect and create is a position of a naive and innocent person. The other person who is pure. So if the other person is not pure, not innocent, then that person is not worthy of his help in his mind, and he just can't be in a relationship with that person. Something else that we see during the season is how he discovered his own position as a protector, as a secret actor, as a controller of other lives. The way he came up with his own, he ended up with that his own position was a function of, was a result of the relationship between him, his mother, his father, and his mother's lovers. So he was pushed, not intentionally, not as a planned process, but unintentionally, he was pushed by his mother and the dynamic inside his family. He was pushed into a position where having control, having secrets was forced on him. And then he later on developed that into a life story of his own. So it just clicked because I've been working on this positioning theory, and it just fits very well. It's a really nice tool for making sense of this story.